Hello, folks. Welcome to Sailing Vessel Ruby and the Adventures of Captain Bill.
Angelica, hello, hi.
Well, look where we are. Early April, spring commissioning day 2. We're standing next to Ruby. You can see Ruby's got her Dodger on there. Day 2 commissioning is just straightening out the boat a little bit, getting her, a little organized. We're not taking out the buckets and the soap and the brushes yet. We're not quite there. We're a week or two away from that. But things are ramping up. Spring commissioning is going to happen fast and furious for us. So the boat is ready early, sometime right after Memorial Day or before Memorial Day even. But that is the plan. Some small projects going on, some money to be spent as always. And Ruby will be ready for a very busy summer, just as we are. Last summer, we were on the dock way too much.
Start getting warm finally. Thanks for watching, folks. Please watch it to the end.
All right, enjoy.
Thank you.
All right, what a beautiful day, folks. It's Monday, April 28th, and it's a gorgeous spring day. It's around 70 degrees here at Winthrop at the Yacht Club, and there's a very light breeze, not much of a breeze at all, so that makes it comfortable here on the water. Certainly cooler than further inland, but not by a lot because, the absence of wind. Say hello, Miss Angelica. So today is day 2 of spring commissioning. So day 1, if you watched our video for that one, we just basically removed the winter cover. Today we came down, we didn't get any buckets of soapy water to start scrubbing and doing that stuff. We're just doing a little pre-organizing. We brought the cabin cushions out, put them in the sun and the air, and get that winter.
Start getting warm.
Yeah, get if there's any musty smell, they're all very dry, so that's a good thing. I put them in our V berth for winter. Our V berth stays dry. The boat is generally dry. We get downpours, we're getting leaks. That's uncommon for Ruby. All the years that I've owned Ruby, 27 years now, my 27th year, I believe. So redo the math. But port lights had always been pretty dry, and I've treated them a few times. You can see all the gunk around the edges, but I did that last year again. I put another bead around the outside, but some of them are leaking and some pretty bad, and even the hatch, the cabin top hatches are leaking, a couple of them. So another project, something else to work on, right, folks? Nothing, you have an old boat, there's no shortage of projects, and the bottom is terrible. I know that. Look at, imagine sailing with that stuff on. Going pretty slow. I'll get that stuff again. If you're familiar with bottoms, the water line is always the worst. It's where, for lack of a better term, oxidation. I don't know. It's where the growth is, where the air and the water meet underneath the boat. Of course, certainly has some growth on it, some barnacles and stuff, but it's nothing that rivals this. Go take a look. You can see the rudder. The rudder's certainly got growth on it. I can get my Davis bottom scraper out and get a lot of that stuff off. But I have a dinghy in the water to really get at that, which I'll do. I'll do as much of it as I can on my own without. I don't have a wetsuit anymore. I won't be diving. I gave up diving several years ago. So, I'll tackle that. And after I do as much as I can, then I'll get a diver to go down and do the prop, the zincs, the spots I can't get at. With the stick, the Davis scraper. But she looks good. She's dry. She needs some TLC. She needs to be washed up. You're here in the plains. Again, if you watch our videos, you know where we are, Winthrop, Mass, Winthrop Yacht Club. It's right next to Logan Airport in Boston. So we get a lot of airplane traffic right above us. So that means we get jet fuel, spent jet fuel in the air. It's kind of like, you know, if you're on a off a train, near a train tracks, and you get that diesel soot or truck soot. It's very similar. It comes off, you know, as long as you keep at it. We put the Dodger up today. We'd like to do that because it protects those cabin hatches, the hatch covers. On a driving rain with wind blowing at those, you know, water will get in the cabin through that. So this cover keeps that area of the boat dry. That is the rule, folks. Keep everybody in the boat. Keep the water out of the boat. And get to where you're going. That is boating, that is sailing. Gorgeous day. There's the Winthrop Elks plane going over, sorry. Here at the marina, trying to get us into the photo and the city of Boston into the photo. He said my Celtics hat on. Celtics are up 3 games to 1 against the Orlando Magic. It's Monday. Tomorrow night, Tuesday night will be game 4. Hopefully they can close that series out with a gentleman sweep. Blowout, 5 games, move on to the next round. Hopefully it's going to be a charm this year. We get 2 in a row would be ideal. Nice. Our team is really good. If you're not a Celtics fan, it's hard to deny that. We're champions from last year, and we're going to be hard to beat.
Go South.
Here's a nice shot. Again, it's a beautiful day here in Winthrop Yacht Club, and we're doing spring commissioning day 2. Gorgeous, beautiful day, and barely a cloud in the sky, very light wind, around 70 degrees. Look at that, we don't even have jackets on, we have long sleeve t-shirts on, and we're comfortable. So that's a good sign, and the week is going to be like that. This last few days of April and the first few days of May and this week, and it's feeling like spring. We're getting excited. Working on Ruby. Yeah, working on Ruby, getting her ready slowly for a stellar sailing season. So thank you for watching, folks. Hang in there. Here we are. We're going to give you a little topside view of Ruby here in spring commissioning day 2. I'm going to do a little walk around the boat. Say hello, Miss Angelica. little easy day. This was not a rough day of spring commissioning. Wasn't buckets of soap and brushes and sponges and on our hands and knees. Ruby has not, its top side has not been washed since last fall. It's been covered. Again, since we took the cover off last weekend, we had some pretty heavy rain, so that helped clean the loose dirt off the boat. Ruby is 41 years old, and she's in good shape for a 41-year-old sailboat. Bird poop from last year. Let's clean that before I put it away. Shame on me. Right, there's a extension to the Dodger that goes up here, connects to those clips. I often, I'll put it on, but I don't. There's a zipper underneath the bottom of it, so it's white like the grab handle there, that kind of vinyl naugahyde type material. It snaps in here. It goes somewhere like right by that Traveler, and then it zips to the bottom of the Dodger. I'll definitely put the extension on. I'll snap it here, and sometimes I zip it in, sometimes not. What I find is when I take it out of winter storage, it's very yellow, but once it's in the sun for a few days, it gets pretty white again. Its color comes back. So here's a frame for a bimini. A friend, a life member of Winthrop Yacht Club, a gentleman by the name of Dennis, had a late 70s, like 1978, I think, Hunter 30, a Cherubini design. And he's, around 10 years older than me, and he was done with boating. So he actually paid to have the boat salvaged, unfortunately. He gave me a bunch of stuff, including a Dodger with a pretty new bimini top to go. Not a Dodger. He gave me a bimini frame and the bimini canvas that matches my canvas, same color. And he feels that it'll probably fit this boat. Make it fit underneath the mast. At worst, I might have to shorten it a little bit, to fit under my mast. We'll see. Very thankful to him, great guy. Also gave me a mainsail with a Doyle stack pack. My mainsail's still in pretty good shape. I always wanted a Doyle stack pack, but there's some work and effort associated with putting that in. Just don't feel like tackling projects. That might be a project for when I finally haul out this fall. Don't take off, heading south to on the intercoastal waterway out of Florida, Key West, Bahamas, which is our plan or our desire. I'm not getting younger, folks. I need to make that trip. So this has to be the year. I think Ruby's pretty ready. Other than it's on bottom, I could always bring the boat down there, and as hurricane season arrives, start work my way up. Hauling out there. I don't know. Maybe I'll, if I'm lucky enough to get off the dock and travel down the intercoastal in the fall, and maybe haul out for hurricane season. All right, folks, welcome back. We hope you enjoyed today's episode, Spring Commissioning Day 2.
Thanks for watching. Please watch it to the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
All right, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
We're building today with